from the fans. Told a bitch, get the bag. You ain't looking for no man. I won't judge you. I can't hurt you. She only loves these stacks. I'm just like you. You bleed blue for the band.
What's good, everybody? I'm Brandon. So today I'm doing a video from Vinny2. Shout out Vinny2. Great fucking channel. This one right here is titled Top 10 Badass Anime Main Characters Who Are Half Human, Half Monster. Y'all requested more anime. I said, nigga. Alright, let me see what Vinny2 talking about. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we're gonna see some badass main characters. That's good because I need another show to watch. I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's pretty fire, but y'all haven't requested me to react to any of those fights. And those fights are kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie. And then I like the fact how they explain everything. After they do something, they explain it. And they be like, oh shit, that was dope. Anyway, we're going to see some more badass main characters. Hopefully, I'll see an anime that I want to watch. So after I'm done with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I can hop on the next anime. But yeah, man, let's hop on into it.
Anime is usually a medium where amazing happens. It's a brand of escapism, often featuring ordinary humans finding out that they've got amazing powers or that they have some transcendental purpose in life as a chosen one. One common way that the writers set that kind of plot thread up is by making the characters more than just human. Being an ordinary guy is not so amazing, but how about becoming a half angel, a half god, or something half like that? That, my friends, is what today's video is about. In this list, we take a look at 10 characters who we find out aren't so human after all.
I'm half human, half demon. Wouldn't that be dope if you was half something? I'll be tight.
As if the Attack on Titan comparisons weren't enough, Seraph of the End, another Witch Studio show that features humanity's fight for survival against monsters, stars Yuichiro Yakuya, one of the children who survived the initial cleansing that released the floodgates to the vampire reign over the world. So just like Attack on Titan, we have an angry kid who swears to kill all of the insert enemy species here as our hero. In contrast, Yui ends up not being a vampire. At least he doesn't become what he swore to exterminate, right? As fate would have it, Yui ends up becoming a half seraph. Yes, a seraph, a powerful angel of judgment. In his first transformed form, Yui relentlessly attacks everyone, displaying no interest in vampires and showing the powerful latent powers within him. In a way, it reminds me of someone else that we'll be seeing later on this list. Who knew that the titular Seraph of the End would be our main character all along?
I've never heard of that last one. It didn't sound too bad. That last one didn't sound too bad, but the fact that he kept comparing it to Attack on Titan means Attack on Titan is better.
Akihito Kanabara is our next entry by virtue of being half Yomu. You know, one of those creatures that comes in all shapes and can possess humans. At first glance, you wouldn't really think of Akihito as someone unique and spectacular. That is, until you remember that he's someone very knowledgeable about the spirit world. All that starts making sense once you remember that Akihito is half Yomu in a literal sense. Born from the union of a human mother and a Yomu father, he has the ability to manipulate fire and power to self-regenerate. Accompanying Mirai on her quest to slay violent Yomu, he uses his powers to great effect. Little does he know that he's not just any kind of half Yomu. Perhaps he does possess something even greater, something even stronger than his stock Yomu powers within him. As to what that is, though, you'll just have to watch this underrated gem from KyoAni to find out.
And it didn't pique my interest that much.
We've known a lot of hybrids in anime, but how does being the son of the literal devil sound? That's just what Blue Exorcist protagonist Rin is. Starting off as your typical anime delinquent, Rin finds his life change when he runs into a demon and awakens his powers in the form of blue flames. Turns out that he's not human all along and is a human-demon hybrid.
Didn't I just say I want to be a human-demon hybrid?
However,
I'm gonna have to watch
this. A regular hybrid, but the son of Satan himself. After another incident involving Father Shiro Fujimoto, Rin finds himself caught up in the grand scheme of things as a member of the True Cross Order. Now the Devil's Son has become the greatest thorn in his side. Will Rin get stronger and complete his quest to defeat his father? Well, you might want to read both the manga and watch the anime for this series. Things deviate quite a lot between the two versions.
That last one didn't sound too
At
bad.
7 is Claire from Claymore. The Claymore universe is
This
no
animation
stranger to
look good,
hybrids.
though.
In fact, the heroes are a sect of hybrids. The Claymore warriors are actually half human and half Yuma, and their job is to hunt their kin, full Yuma, who prey on helpless humans. However, things are a bit different in Claymore because our main characters become the state that they're in by having Yuma flesh implanted in them. The main character, Claire, takes things a bit further by having herself implanted with Claymore flesh instead. That makes her quarter Yuma, and while it comes with the price of having weaker physical abilities, it does come with a really important ability. Due to her status as merely a quarter Yuma, Claire has far greater control of her powers, and considering what happens to fallen Claymore warriors, this comes really handy in a pinch.
She might be a beast, who knows? It didn't sound too bad.
It's time to feature one of Zuma's many choices for their first waifu as the 6th entry to the list, and I can see why. She's not really my favourite character in Darling in the Franxx, but there are lots of things to like about Zero 2. I know a lot of you guys found her endearing due to her appearance and her strong personality, but Zero 2's actually a character with a lot of hidden depths, just as we found out whilst watching the series. However, one notable thing about her is that she's part Klaxosaur. Somehow. I mean, her appearance is already kind of a giveaway that there's something beyond her reputation as a partner killer or some of her quirks. Turns out that her Klaxosaur side comes as a result of being a clone of the Klaxosaur princess. Also, she's unable to reproduce, thus making her truly a one-of-a-kind hybrid in the Darling in the Franxx universe.
Nothing grasped me. I guess I just gotta watch Attack on Titan. I keep putting it off. I'm supposed to do Demon Slayer, actually.
Attack on Titan. At this point, who's really surprised to see him on this list,
Of
given
course.
Attack on Titan's
Of course.
popularity, and
Yeah.
how he's probably the most intense among the possible candidates. Driven by
course.
pure rage and vengeance,
I think I might just watch it. Why not?
perfectly encapsulates the turmoil within
Everybody
him.
keep talking
With
about
the
how
exception of
fire
the
it
Colossus
is.
Titan, Eren's probably the most iconic and recognizable Titan the series has to offer. It seems all too cruel that the poor boy
I might
who
just have
swore
to do it.
vengeance
Fuck it,
against
why
these
not?
monsters would end up being turned into one himself. But as long as he grants him the power to clean house on fellow monsters, we all know that Eren would take the opportunity with pleasure. Nothing would be sweeter than putting an end to the Titan menace using their own powers against them. Man, what's with these AOT-like shows popping up all of a sudden? Seraph of the End, the actual Attack on Titan, and now Garbaneri of the Iron Fortress. Makes them seem even more similar to one another when you look at it this way, doesn't it? Anyway, coming up next is Mume, a mysterious Garbaneri girl whose encounter with Ikoma kicks off the real meat of Garbaneri of the Iron Fortress's plot. Introduced as a Garbaneri gift,
I don't know what the fuck a Garbaneri is, but alright.
brother, circumstances force her to join the crew after the loss of her handler. Mume is unique for a half Garbaneri in a sense that she became one through a different means. Instead of being bitten by one of those zombie stand-ins and becoming one herself, Mume's hybridization came through surgical means. It turns out
Sounds like a
brown
beast,
injection
nigga.
did the trick as well, granting her all those enhanced abilities that prove useful in the fight against the Garbaneris. An invaluable ally during these times of need indeed.
I need to react to some more anime fights. Tokyo Ghoul, huh?
With how big Tokyo Ghoul was some years ago, I'd be surprised if none of you guys expected Kenickie to be here. Kenicky's introduction into the world of ghouls is not a nice one to say the least. After having a lethal encounter in a date gone horribly wrong and being saved by pure luck, Kenickie discovers his disdain that he's become one of those flesh-eating monsters that traumatized him so much. It's good for him that he'd soon encounter not so hostile ghouls and have a slightly smoother transition into his new society. However, it takes a long while before he
What the
finally
fuck
comes
is
to
a
terms
ghoul?
and accepts what he's become. When he does, world, watch out.
What the
Kenickie
fuck is a
proves
ghoul?
to be an interesting case for me, as much of his growth and on-screen development comes from his road to accepting the ghoul side of him. In fact, his crowning moment in the first season comes when he finally
Look
gives
at
in
these
and unleashes
things,
his
nigga.
power on that copyright infringement of a villain.
Bleach. My sister love Bleach.
What a couple of weeks it's been for Ichigo. We all thought that Bleach was pretty much done as an anime for the longest time, but we just got the news that the anime will be returning in its full glory. Fans of anime
Bleach coming back!
will remember Ichigo as the tough guy who can see
I already
ghosts
know she
and ends up
happy.
becoming
I
a
gotta ask her if she
Shinigami.
happy
His
about that.
most iconic moments include him being pierced by Rukia's sword and gaining said Shinigami powers, as well as donning the all-too recognizable mask and letting his hollow side take over. It wouldn't be fair to call Ichigo half human at this point, given the number of species in the Bleachverse he is. For the longest time, Ichigo has become Shonen's poster child for a character who just becomes everything. A running joke has it that Ichigo is a hybrid of everything in the series. He started out a human, then got Shinigami and hollow powers. Who knows how much higher he can go when it comes to being the master of everything. Don't tell me that he's also a Quincy all along. Wait a minute.
Yu Yu Hakusho. This shit used to come on after Dragon Ball Z.
This edition of the list is from a series not too different from the second placer. In fact, Bleach was inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho, if my memory serves me right. Either way, we have Yusuke Urameshi, half human, half demon, topping this list. Yusuke is an interesting variation of the character type when compared to Ichigo. First of all, he's not a combination of so many different species like Ichigo. Second, and more importantly, he's technically not a hybrid on first look. Both of his parents are human, but several generations back, his ancestor is Ryzen, one of the three kings and the demon world's most powerful demon. This explains his powers, his transformations, and the form that manifests during the battle against Sensui. I just knew that something was up when he busted out that overpowered form and beat the hell out of Sensui. His demon heritage goes a long way back, and I wonder how many of you guys caught it at the start of the series, hey? How many of you knew that something like that would be revealed eventually?
Alright, shout out to VinnyTube for a great video. Only one from these that I might, like I said, Attack on Titan. But so many people talk about how great Attack on Titan is. I feel like I have such high expectations. That's kind of why I've been putting it off. Because my expectations for Attack on Titan are so high that, like, I don't want it to disappoint. Because everybody talks about how great of an anime it is. But anyway, like I said, I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm still on season 1, but I'm on, like, episode 28. So I've seen a lot of it. Let me know what anime should I start. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Peace.